De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. Buenos días, señores. Bienvenidos otra vez a una clase de español. Hoy tenemos que hablar de dos contracciones que son las contracciones al y del. Al y del. Contracciones básicamente significa lo mismo que significa en inglés, que es que vamos a combinar dos palabras para formar una palabra nueva. No es gran cosa. Hello, welcome back to another Spanish class. Today we're going to be talking about two contractions. These contractions are al and del. Just like in English, contractions in Spanish, of which there are very few, mean that we're merely combining two words to form one new word. The basic reason for this is simply that the written language is mirroring the spoken language. And so in the case of the words that we're going to look at, al and del, these would be words that a speaker, even if the rule didn't exist, for reasons of ease of pronunciation, would probably pronounce. And by making it a rule for written Spanish as well, we're merely acknowledging the fact that this is how speakers would speak. So, the two contractions that we're looking at. Two contractions, al and del. Al and del. Let's take a look at what they look like. As you can see here, we have two contractions, al and del. So, if we have a plus el, we say al. This is any kind of a. So this could be the a personal. This could be the a that means two. This could be the a that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't matter. If we have the preposition a, and it's followed by the definite article el, then it becomes al. That's all there is to it. Notice here I've just made a little aside that a plus el with the accent, which is the subject pronoun, does not combine to mean anything. So this is important. A plus el, the definite article, becomes al. Definite article being the, right? El libro, for example. So a plus el libro becomes al libro. But a plus el meaning he, that's our subject pronoun, does not combine to mean anything, to be anything. De plus the definite article el will become del, the new contraction del. And once again, de plus the subject pronoun el will not combine to become anything now. So, let's just look at a couple of quick examples of when we might see this. I gave an example in the last segment using vengo. So, vengo a la universidad, for example, means I come to the university. So we have a meaning to here. We have la meaning the here for universidad. But a and la don't form a contraction. That is not one of these two contractions we've seen. So a and la will stay separate. However, if I'm coming to school, for example, and we're using the word colegio to mean school, I would say vengo al colegio. But as we've just learned, we would not say a el, we would say al. So vengo al colegio would mean I am coming to the school. So to the is combined right here. If I'm coming from the school, vengo del colegio. Okay? And remember, as I just said up here, a and la won't combine to mean anything. Just as a and los won't combine to mean anything, a and las won't combine to be anything. Only if we have a and el or de and el will we end up with a new contraction. Otherwise, the words should stay separate, just as you've seen. This, as I mentioned, will also work with the a personal. So anytime we see a, this can apply. So for instance, if I take the female doctor to wherever, the university, llevo a la doctora. Right? Let's even say a la universidad. That means I take the doctor to the university. And in this case, it's a female doctor, so llevo a la doctora. But if I'm taking a male doctor to the university, then I would say llevo al doctor a la universidad. Because what we would say here otherwise would be llevo a el doctor a la universidad, and a el will become al. Okay? A la universidad we're seeing here, but what if I'm taking the doctor to the mall? You would otherwise write a el centro comercial. But because a and el will combine, we'd say al. Llevo al doctor al centro comercial. And that's all that's going on here. So if a and el are together, change it to al. If de and el are together, change it to del. And that's all you need. Vale, señores. Hasta luego. Gracias. Hasta la próxima.